okay, this might not be the best idea. It's super windy, but I wanted to do something outside because it's February and it's sunny and 12 degrees and I needed to be outside. But today what I wanted to talk about is lost in sales. It's a term. It's basically the biggest pitfall that most salespeople face is becoming lost in the process of the sale. So they follow the sale presentation, the process. They're mesmerized. They've not mesmerized. They've memorized. They have rehearsed very well the products. Their presentation. But often a sales presentation is not where it finished, right? Like the potential clients have questions, they concern, but often those once they're addressed, there's this uncomfortable part of selling that can happen. But so basically the crucial part is upon the salesperson. It's when it's time to actually ask for the close. And unfortunately, sometimes the salesperson may not be confident about how to make a smooth transition to ask for the business. And the average salespeople use a dialogue on a one-word answer type of things rather than drawing an actual pictures to ensure that that person's making or ready to make a decision. So a dialogue could be something like, do you have any other question? The buyer will say no. Does what we discuss make sense? Make sense to you? Yes. And they stop. Now, most buyer won't do like, oh yeah, Anne-Marie, I think this is amazing. Where do I sign up? The wait for the salesperson to let them know what happened next is the key. Because that's what they do. They're waiting. They're waiting for you to say, okay, all I need is your driver license and we'll get you this started. Right? Sometimes what I use is, so what we do need to do next to make sure that you have this coverage is I need your driver license and I need your banking information. We can do it right now, or if you want, I can get you some information that I just share with you, and then we can finalize later this week. And they're like, oh yeah, I'm ready to go, or yeah, let's do that. And then I grab my phone, I'm like, when are you available later this week, or how long do you need, to not just how long do you need, it's more like so example, this morning I met with a client and we are Thursday, so I'm like, so do you, when would be the best time to meet with you, either over the weekend or early next week, to make sure that you have this in place so you're covered if something happens. She replied, actually, would it be possible to do Thursday next week? No problem. I opened the calendar, I booked her. Now she's booked for the next appointment, but it's part of closing and it's a smooth transition because after all, through the entire meeting, the salesperson has been in charge, asking questions, demonstrating the products, responding to question and concern. And the fact that it's time to make a buying decision may not always occur to the buyer that that's the next move. So it is crucial for us to ask for the sale in a smooth way because they're waiting for that direction. And the average person may not be sure how to direct that next step without the risk of turning a buyer off, right? Like a result could be quite awkward situation during that for the potential buyer's feeling when, because they're looking for the confidence, right? So when you have the confidence, like, okay, all I need is your driver license and your banking information to get this started. We can do it right now, or do you want me to write it off for you? It's confidence, and that's what people are looking for. If you don't have the confidence of your products, they won't be like, oh yeah, I think I want this. Do you think I should have it? Right? Do you know what I mean? So this scenario is called lost in sell. It's as simple as the following, the liner model. You build rapport, you present a solution, you ask question. That's the lost in sell when you never go and ask for the actual close. Because many, again, salespeople show up at a meeting with potential clients, they initiate some talk, they make small conversation, they start showing the presentation, they answer the question, and then they default to wait to see what the person's going to do. rather than continuing with a smooth transition to close the sales. So really what it should look like is more on, you build a rapport, you try to building rapport, by the way, that's a whole new training, but building rapport is as simple as trying to find common ground on why they need to trust you. And then once you have done and asked enough questions to see what would fit best for them, then you just follow up the transition by, based on everything you share with me, I think you're going to like this. And then you smoothly go towards your presentation. Once you finish your presentation, you can move towards like, based on everything I share with you, do you have any questions? What do you like best? What would you like to know next? Those are three questions I often ask. When they're like, yeah, well, I would like to take it home. I'm like, oh, of course, absolutely. Let me give you some information so we can finalize. And then you just book the next appointment for the close. It's really as simple as that. Don't over talk. And once you ask for those questions, the first one that talk lose. So don't go out and start saying like, what do you like best? Oh, plan three is the best, isn't it? Like, no, let them decide what they think is best and then try to explain to them why they're making a right decision or why maybe an extra $10 would give them a lot more. So hope you guys had value to this and we will see you on the next video. Bye for now.